We'll put some horses out right now, and let's do some chit chat about horses or whatever. And that's everybody. Jeez, what a production. So, what we got here? All kinds of people. 42. Goodness. Let's see. I guess I better work through the comments. Hello, everybody, at first, and welcome to our beautiful Sunday morning. We have to have the umbrella up because it's super sunny. Got a gorgeous day. Yesterday was beautiful too. Look at these three in the corner. Ronnie says no shares uses water. What a guy. Okay, how many? Geez, you guys talk a lot. All right, here we are. Marie's here. Good morning, Marie. It's still a little morning here. What time is it? Actually, this morning has been busy and going by so fast. I can't barely think straight. But it's a great morning. No complaints. You Lost Me's here. What a funny name, eh? You Lost Me. Rhonda, good morning. Hello, Beth and Emily. Who am I working with today? Well, I don't know what I'll do for this live stream, but working today, I have three in mind. The two Wildies, Little Miss, and Mr. Wild. He's maybe I should have worked with Gracie. What a goof, eh? Just comes in swinging. What's Luke doing? Him and Roni are just standing off to the left here. If you're new here, that's Luke. That's Roni, Quarter Horse, Appendix, Gracie the Arabian, Lena the Oldenburg Draft, Little Miss the Wildie, Yoka the Icelandic. Mr. Wild is also NBC Wildie. Donna's here. Good morning. Rick's here from Texas, from your car. Sweet. That is so cool. Tanya's here, and Elvis. It'd be cool if you were actually watching this with Elvis, but I doubt that's happening. Let's see. Yeah, let's see. All right. Missy's here. Sunday or Monday? Yeah, I guess it might be Monday in some parts of the... Well, is it? Yeah, I guess so. Well, Sunday here. It's still morning. Let's see. It's been nice in Seattle. Good. Rick's wife is grocery shopping. Now we all know. What's going on? I see a horse pen. You do. You see an arena. Now there's 7 horses in it. I'm grabbing horses. It's wet and windy in England. Weather's crazy in Texas. We have very interesting weather, actually, come to think of it, just on that topic briefly. But about a week ago, we had the hottest day ever in February in Canada, ever. 11 degrees Celsius, supposedly. That's a fact given to me, not that I looked it up. Minus 36 Celsius. Wow. That sounds awful. I want no part in that. None at all. I will take my 12 degrees Celsius right now. Well, let's zoom in a little. See if we can get these guys up close. We'll see what they do today. Nine degrees in London. Love getting these weather reports. It's kind of interesting. We're all on the same planet, right? Obviously, and different parts of the world, and everybody's like, well, right now it's cold, right now it's hot, right now it's whatever, rainy, snowy. Get to hear about everybody's day. Rhonda's just dropped her sister at SeaTac Airport. She's on her way to Hawaii. Awesome. Desiree's here. Hello. Rhonda wanted to get on that plane. I would too. I like Hawaii. I've been there once. It was nice. Let's see. The days are getting longer, Marie says. Yeah, it is awesome. The last couple of months as they get longer, but it becomes more noticeable. Whoa, that's Gracie. It becomes more noticeable. Oh, she's yelling at Luke. She's like, I'm out. You're too noisy for me. I can't help but wonder if Gracie will ever just stop doing that. Or if she has good reason to do it. Yeah, what's with that? I'm curious. Everybody's taking it easy on this beautiful morning. All the horses aren't running around at the moment. I might get out there and get some exercise with them. It's pretty warm. Great day to be out. Yeah, so anyways, the days being longer is just fantastic. I guess you don't really notice that the closer you are to the equator anyways, but we're a little bit further away and can really feel the difference. Boys are playing. Little Miss is relaxing. Everybody's up here though. Oh geez, here comes the life of the party. I wonder if she's bored. Come on guys, let's get moving around a little. So Desiree says she's good. A little stressed. Well, hopefully the horses. Oh, look at that. I think Mr. Wild's getting somewhere. I got a video coming up tomorrow of the two boys and them playing and stuff, and I talk about a few things here and there, ask a few questions. I'm curious what's going to happen with those two. Will Luke lose one day? The jury is out. I believe he might. He might. Mr. Wild stays here long enough. He will, I think. Cindy's here. Hello, Cindy. I don't know if I missed anybody. If I missed anybody, just say hello again. I'm happy to say hi. Desiree's painting a house. Goodness. That sucks. I have to do some painting too. I have a couple of renovations I want to do. Low budget ones, let's put it that way. But you know, you just kind of refresh the atmosphere and the environment a bit. And painting is one of those economically easier things to do, but work-wise, I hate it. I don't like it at all. All right. Yeah, so anyways, hopefully just watching these horses stand around, but we'll get them moving around a bit. They need a bit of exercise. I've been working a lot more on exercise with them. So I'll probably do some liberty work. You guys can pay attention to that a little if you'd like. And painting. Missy likes painting. I like painting too. I can't do it. I'm not very good at it, but I do enjoy some painting. And you know, trying to put what I see from my eyes and my brain onto canvas, though, that is the challenge. And in the end, it kind of stresses me out, maybe. I don't know. Halter work? Nah, Rhonda keeps want to know what I'm doing. I don't know where I am in the comments, so no halter work. Nobody here needs halter work. Play training. Yes, Cindy, that sounds about right. Let's do that. It's fun at first until you get sore. I've never found painting fun like a house or something, but yeah, when it gets sore, it's even worse. But you know, I do like the end result. I do get quite satisfied with that. So. Missy's got to paint her living room. Yeah. Roger's here. Hello, Roger. Rhonda says, I haven't watched all the other videos yet. Well, good luck with that anyways. There's over 1,000 of them. Do I use a large ball with them? No, I've tried. They don't give a crap. I could bring it out, but honestly, they just go to the other end of the arena. They do not care. But sometimes I will use it in the small arena where it's all better fenced and controlled, because I did have a large ball in here at one time, but it just kind of rolled out and then it popped and I was like, ugh, there goes $60, forget it. And I never bought another one because they didn't care anyways. So nope, I don't have a large ball to play with because they don't play with it anyways. So but I will use it. I will use it for the purposes of leading them into objects. Sometimes I'll use the barrels a little bit. I'll want them to sort of knock the barrel down. But the ball is easier to start with because it's so soft and squishy and they can move it around and it feels good. For that, Sarah's here. Hello, Sarah. Grassy Gaming. People pick the weirdest names. Grassy Gaming. What is that? Christy's here from SA. What's that? SA. Let me think. I don't know. Somewhere. 5:30 in the morning. Oh, really? 5:30 in the morning. So, the other side of the planet. Nope, don't know where SA is. Somebody let me know. Emily's here. Oh, I think I already said hi to Emily. Oh, well, hello again. Let's see. Why is everybody so darn quiet? Look at Gracie and Lena having a little co-grooming going on. And Mr. Wild's over in the corner with Little Miss, and they are... Oh, there we go. Doing whatever. He's got his fair share of kicks from her. Let's see. J. Piers Russell's here. Hello. Sadie's here. Hello, Sadie. Can you talk more about standardbred? You mentioned who you taught a lot about horse language. Who taught you a lot? Sorry, taught you a lot. I think standardbreds are very special. Benny. Yeah, I can talk about Benny. Let's see who else here. I'll talk about Benny in a second. Susie's here. Hello, Susie. PA's Pennsylvania. See, what was SA? What's PA stand for? Was it supposed to be SA? I don't know. Oh, I see. That's what it is. Sadie says I'm in the UK. Cool. Beth says she's watching other videos of Arabians. They do the same thing as Gracie does with a shaking head. Yeah, I've seen plenty of standardbreds do it too. Tammy says it's 7, so Elvis is in bed. Huh, it's hilarious. When I did the video, a little short last night of Lena and Little Miss, we were out doing some exercise and some liberty exercise essentially, and she's trying to kick him, saying, "Stop biting my bum," but she doesn't leave him. You know why? So stop doing what you're doing, but don't go anywhere. And then they just sort of mill around a little bit together. Those two are turning into some interesting friends over time there. Actually been fascinated watching just them. A few questions about that actually people usually ask. Well, is it because, because they're both wildies, do they have a bit of a different language? And I can't help but think, maybe. Alright. Let's see. Where was I? Yeah, so we were out pretty late doing that. Oh, Desiree's out, gotta go paint. North Carolina. That's in Michigan. Sue says you post too much. Can't watch the other horse channel. Oh yeah, that's all right. Rick's in the passenger seat. Oh, Rick is driving. Now I'm okay. Well, cool. Grocery shopping is done. Let's see. Yeah, Desiree's out. Marie, wow. Oh, thanks. Yes. Thank you, Marie. I appreciate that. I had done a little video there. She says to help offset the cost of that contraption you bought. And what I had bought was a mechanical hackamore. Gosh, these guys are boring today. Let's get out there. And I'm going to, just give me a few more minutes here. I'll answer some more questions. And I'm going to go push them around a bit. Anyways, I bought a mechanical hackamore, which is just absolutely awful. Or can be used very awfully for sure. If you don't put any pressure on it, then it's nothing. But the mechanical leverage that it has, meaning that, say, for example, you pull with 5 pounds, it'll place, 20 pounds of crushing force between the bone and the jaw, and so on and so forth. Anyway, so I took that off the market, essentially, because I bought it, never going on a horse. Thank you very much, Marie. Appreciate that a lot. -12 in Michigan. Ugh. Nice to see sunshine, no snow. Yeah, we haven't had snow in a while. I don't actually expect it to snow for a bit. We've got some pretty decent weather coming. A little rain maybe over the next couple of days, but mild. Maybe in March. We sometimes get a little snow in March. Christy's got a herd of horses behind her. That's nice. Jill is here. Hello, Jill in Utah. Oh, A recommended name from playing Grass Simulator. Oh, cool. Grass Simulator. All right. What is that? Rick says we gave them Jolly Balls and they had no caresies. Yeah. Jolly Balls I've never seen really used much other than the odd video here and there where they grab them by the handle and swing them around a bit. But it doesn't take long before they just sort of chuck them and that's it. We have one here and not a single horse has touched it. It's just nothing. It's not so jolly after all, is it? Let's see. Chrissy says, since watching your channel, I've noticed that even in the summer, a few owners still blanket their horses. Would they be cooling blankets or coats? No. Any blanket on a horse? Well, actually, sorry, hang on. They might be fly sheets. Yeah, in the summertime. Not a blanket, but a fly sheet. And some horses get sweet itch, and sweet itch is a really pain in the butt. A big pain in the butt. So it keeps the mosquitoes off, keeps the flies off, stops them from itching so much and taking off all their hair, causing sores. So some horses, these two are funny, eh? Some horses are very, very sensitive. Smash right to the chest, and he doesn't care. He takes a double barrel to the chest daily. Weird. Shayla is here. Mrs. Having a Horse. Hello. SA is South Africa. Ah, yes. Hello, Apperception. Welcome. That makes sense. South Africa. And the time zone. Makes sense. Early morning. Gracie's still yelling at Luke. One horse that plays with Jolly Ball, and he's a bit silly. Oh, yeah. South Australia. Ah, all right, all right. Shaila's from Minnesota. Okay, so let's, before I get to the next question, I'm going to talk about Benny a little bit and standard breds. So I'll get back to that as fast as I can here before we run out there and get some exercise. Benny was a standard bred here. He still is, so he's not dead, like he just was here. And I found him fascinating. I haven't seen another standard bred quite like him. I do find standard breds quite, what's the word, expressive, sometimes very smart. It sort of feels like maybe there's a different brain in there, a little bit, you know. Oh, they're moving. He's going to get kicked again, you know. And he deserves it. And I learned a lot from him because of how quiet he was, yet effective. If he needed to move at all, it was way too much, and you could tell, like, the idea that he had to move to get something done irritated him. And it was he became so effective with everybody that he'd twitch an ear, or he'd kind of look up, and everybody and they'd start moving in whatever direction he was thinking that they should be moving in. And so I learned a lot watching him deal with the horses. Deal with them meaning like he'd have them move around, or if they got noisy, he'd quiet them. And his owners always kind of sort of related him to being a really good babysitter, good for the babies. He was they weren't breeding, but they would get, or maybe they did breed. I think they did breed some standard bred. Anyways, whenever they got babies in, he would babysit. Because he was so good at it. And I really believed that. I thought, yeah, he actually is really good at keeping other horses in line. It didn't make him hard to train in any way. He wasn't obstinate or difficult. And even at the level that I was at back then with my horsemanship, you know, he was quite amicable to the things that we would work on. And I find standard breds actually quite smart. When dealt with appropriately, they really check in. They really want to work things out. So I enjoy standard breds a lot myself, and I do recall in the beginning I had have friends in the horse world, and they just look down on standard breds left, right, and center. And it's weird to me because they're so smart, they're so interesting, and it's because they pace. So they have a different, or they're sort of trained, and when racing, when they pull their carts, they have to do a pace. which is where their front and back legs move in unison instead of diagonally. And some people don't like that. They think it's weird. I don't want a standardbred, they're too weird and stuff. But brilliant horses, really, really cool. Some people think they can't canter. Totally ridiculous. Of course they can canter. It's amazing. Really, really cool, neat, strong, smart horses. So hopefully that answers your question about Benny. Grassy Gaming says, I work with a few horses at a rescue. One of the mares I had a good relationship suddenly seems to hate me. I get the mare glare and occasional nip at any recommendations. Well, unless you beat that horse, I think that a horse's ability to hate somebody really isn't there. I don't even know if I believe that they love. So I think that it's a fair sort of thing to say. If I don't believe that they can hate, then I don't believe that they can love. But I believe that they can feel need and want, that can feel safety. So if we sort of take out the personal aspect of it, my horse hates me or my horse loves me, if we take those things out and we look at the behavior straight up, that horse is trying to bite. Horses bite for multiple reasons that have nothing to do with hate or love. They might be hungry. They might want you to move. They might not want you to touch them. They're sore. They don't feel comfortable. You're not grooming them correctly. They take off, man. I would consider it more of that they're saying no or move. One of those two things. So a horse is trying to nip or bite. They are essentially just sort of either keeping their space safe or they're hassling you to do something. Yeah. Or to stop doing something. One or the other. I wouldn't really look at it as a personal thing. Melinda says she can't stay long. Mechanical hackamore thing. I haven't done the science on it yet. I did do one on the leather hackamore or the leather one of the hackamores. I don't know if Rhonda's still here, but anyways, I'll answer it anyways. But I did do the science, and I did a small 60-second video showing how much pressure can be placed on a mechanical hackamore with long shank ends for that leverage, and it was pretty good. I think I put 17 or 18 pounds pressure on the reins, which equated to, what did it equate to? 49 pounds of squeezing pressure between the nose and the jaw. So I expect this next one to be even worse because the top part, because of the length and angle of the shank itself. So we'll see how that goes. It'll be pretty good science. The horse is waiting for me to stir them up. No, they are absolutely waiting to just lie down and go to sleep, for sure. It's such a beautiful day. When I go in there to stir them up, they're going to be, get out of here, man. Yeah, don't make us run around. But they get a little exercise before they get to have some sleep. I'm okay with that. I don't feel bad about having them move around. Sadie says, I see them licking the barrels. They have salt blocks. Yes. I don't know why they lick the barrels that much. So Grassy says, I miss being able to give her treats and scratches. You can change a horse's mind in that regard by asking them to back up. Back up and get out of your space a little. When they do, thank them for it. Tell them they're great little horses. And then try again. And if they choose to kind of give you some trouble, try to see if maybe your approach is a little bit troubling to them. But if they are considering the idea of biting or something like that, just have them back up again and then try to pet again and reassure and bring your energy down, sort of idea. Like, don't get worked up yourself. Try not to meet them up there. Try to have them come meet you down where you're at. That takes practice. Give it a go. Christy says, I'm an Aussie. Cool. I've been to Australia twice. Loved it. Expensive, though. It's a long ways. Although I did travel there from Japan. But I think from here it's even further. Gloria's here. Olive's Dream. Got your stable beanie. Wonderful. I love it myself. Don't need it today. I love them though. They're really comfy. Wear it all the time. Actually, I wore it this morning when it was really cold. About -1, 0, 1 kind of early this morning. Dagmar's here from Germany. Hello. Sarah says maybe she thinks she's the boss of you at this point. Horses that bite may not necessarily think that they're a boss or the boss. See, Luke already went down. He's having a little roll maybe. He'll probably stay down. I'll still get him up, sucker. He'll be able to go sleep later when I'm done. Mr. Wild's itching in the back corner. I might have to go yell at him. Hey! Stop bumping on the back corner. Get out of there. Don't tell him what to do, you guys. Keep him moving. I don't want to walk down there. I'm lazy. Hey! Hey, get up. Don't tell him what to do. Get up. I have no idea if I was actually affected, but it worked. He's not rubbing on the back, and now the horses are busy again. Okay, moving on. Luke's up again. Poor guy. Oh, he had to get up from his snooze. Now he's got to sort some stuff out. Sorry about the zoom. It's really hard to zoom. Teresa's here. Hello, Teresa. Oh, yeah, back to the boss thing. Horses will bite just because they can, and it's how they say no. It doesn't mean they're the boss. Some will try to bite, but they'll be backing away while they bite. But, you know, I'm not throwing away the option that a horse thinks it's above you if it's trying to bite. I would look at a horse that's advancing and biting as one that thinks it's above me. If it's biting, it might have other reasons why it's communicating. So look at them all. Sloth Republic's here from North Dakota. Hello. Another strange name. Hey, Sis is here from NE. 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 I'm just going to say Northeast. Yeah. Yeah. I'm in NW, Northwest. So I don't know what NE is. Let's see. I'll try to do anything in her stall. She kicks the wall before I can step in. I suppose I'll start playing boss a bit more. Is your horse hungry? You know, I would be really cautious about that part. Like, yeah. I don't know. It's too hard to give advice without being there. Good luck. You'd have to give either more information or... I mean, to me, a horse that kicks in their stall is really frustrated and stressed. It's a sad condition. It's a sad state that the horse would be in. That's just what I imagine. Hungry, stressed, they can't do anything, not enough exercise, their feet hurt, their body hurts. You know, they're just angry at being imprisoned in their 12 by 12 or whatever. Horses get that way. It's not abnormal. We would too. Alright, what else we got? Christy says, do you ever ride bareback, no halter and reins? Yes. Sadie says, thanks for answering my question. You're welcome. People-focused horses. Yeah, we could probably put that label on them, I think. People-focused. I'd say really curious, inquisitive, interested in learning, interested in being a friend. Yeah, all kinds of stuff. Missy says, bareback's my favorite way to ride, but I always have reins. I'm good, but not that good. Slice Shomilin is here. Hello. Welcome to the live stream. Riding without reins is very interesting. I don't tend to never put reins on. I might put the reins on, but I just lay them down. Ride with no reins, essentially. So I might not put reins on, a halter or something like that, but I might not use the reins. Yeah. Beth never wore a helmet. Yeah. That's what happens when you're young. I used to ride a motorcycle when I was in Japan, and being in my 20s, I was literally invincible, and lucky to be here today. Sandwich is here. Sandwich. That's hilarious. You're new here. Well, welcome. I always wear a helmet too. Good for you, Missy. Lunchbox killer. I want to get a small herd of ponies and place one full shire in the group and watch the shire grow up with ponies. That's kind of funny. That'd be neat to see. Christy, have you ever heard of Ross Jacobs? Is he somebody down there? I mean, I know him. I've talked to him and did a little thing with him here. I think he does a lot of good work, but I can't help but wonder, you know, in Australia, if he is pretty popular. Beth fell off, crunched her neck. Ouch. Lisa G is here. Have you heard how Skip is doing? I know exactly how Skip is doing. I visit him almost every week. Doing great. He's kind of old and grumpy here and there, but he sure appreciates the right scratches, and very healthy. He's doing quite well. Not far from you, but 5-10 minutes away. Rhonda, who won a t-shirt. Hello, Rhonda from Kansas. Rhonda's one of our winners for the Lena t-shirt out of 3. Let's see. Sadie says, have you ever had mares that pin yours a lot with ovary pain? I have no way of proving ovary pain, so I'm going to just have to say no. I don't know. A helmet does not protect the neck. That's correct. It protects the head. If you have one that comes down sort of more down towards the back of your head, you can protect the top of your neck from impact. Annie is Nebraska. Yeah, got it. All right, now I know. All right, KK's here. Hello, Catherine. Oh, Gracie, she's so noisy. Ronnie's told her where to go, though. It's like, take off. Let's see. Jerez Lutz. What do you do with your hands with no reins? I wouldn't know how to balance. Wow, you should absolutely let your reins go then. A reins should never ever, I mean, it's just my opinion, so take it for whatever it's worth. But I would say to never, ever use your reins for balance. Whatsoever. You can do anything with your hands. Cross your arms. Put them on your hips. Lay them on your legs. Swing them around. Put them out straight, like you're balancing on a rope. Who cares? Do anything with your hands. 100%. Never using the reins for balance. At least for me. Anyways, it's up to you. Let's see. Have you ever worked with donkeys? I had the opportunity to work with one. It didn't feel much different than a horse. I do find them kind of interesting as well. I don't know what interesting would be to me, but it's kind of different, but not that different. Lorraine Mitchell's here. Hello, welcome. Anyway, Beth says you balance with your legs and your butt. Your fingers hold on to the mane. I balance with my inner thighs. So when I ride, bareback, no bareback, reins, no reins, whatever, I never sit on my butt. Almost never. If you imagine sitting on a yoga ball, and if you sit on your butt, you're going to lose your balance. Usually quickly. But if you sit sort of on your inner thighs, sort of like where the inseam is, if you can kind of lift up to that, it's great exercise too, by the way, for your thighs. But when you get used to it, you won't look back. You won't go backwards. Up to you. Do as you will. That's how I ride. Beth loves Gracie. Don't we all? Soraya Tiny Dancer's here. Hello. Welcome to the live chat stream. A friend's neighbor's horse likes his tongue scratched. Ever come across this? No. That's funny though. Weird. Wonder why that would be. It's probably more of a stimulation thing. You could probably rub it and it'd be just as good. Scratching it? I don't know. I'm not there. That'd be really neat to see. Okay. KK enjoyed the upload of nighttime. Cool. Ray says, had a tiny kitten amongst big dogs, grew up around the dogs, and bossing them. That's hilarious. Like a good TV show, man. Oh, I made it to the end of the comments. Sadie says riding bareback with reins feels so strange the first few times, but then it's like flying. Yeah, it's freeing. Yeah, it's freeing. It does feel quite comfortable and free. All right, well, let's zoom out a smidge. I'm going to get in there and move these crackers around a bit. You guys can watch if you'd like. I'll be back once I feel like I've got some continuity with these guys. Lorraine says, my daughter's riding teacher uses posting trot without stirrups as an exercise. Yes, which is you can only do if you sit on your inner thighs. You can't post otherwise. You don't want to use your knees. You want to use your inner thighs, and that's how you would post. So, Lou guys here, hello. And does it seem like Yoko's lonely? She's usually alone, but I think it's by choice. When she doesn't want to be alone, she goes and finds a friend. Or yeah, something like that. Okay, I am going... Oh, man, you guys. How do you keep your seat without stirrups? Says Heather. You get balance. You use your core. You use your thighs. And you balance yourself. I don't know. Is this worth telling? Maybe it is. I highly recommend everybody to ride without stirrups. As long as you can. For as many times as you can. Get those stirrups off your feet. Don't balance with your feet. Don't balance with your toes or your balls or any of that stuff. 100% get to where riding without stirrups feels better than riding with stirrups. Your stirrups should be your emergency balance. That's my opinion. I think it's worked very, very well. I've become stronger, better rider for it. If we watch any of those high-level bareback riders in the shows that we watch sometimes, Cavalia, something like that, no stirrups, sometimes no reins, and they sit up on their thighs, and they're very accurate. The better you can get at that, I think the better that your riding will be, and the better it will be for the horse. You don't sit as heavy, you sit very light. You want to sit light, and you want to move your center of gravity because you're not attached to the horse. But you want to be the center of gravity of you and your horse. So you have to move your center of gravity with the horse, and which you can do in a much better job than the levering system that is a stirrup. And if that doesn't make any sense to you, it means that if you're balancing on your feet, you're actually levering the whole top end of the horse because your weight is on one stirrup or another. So you end up sort of twisting the back of the horse with leverage. And it must be leverage. This is just science, not an opinion. You must be using leverage to make that happen because of the length of the stirrup to the point that it connects to the saddle. Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense. So I believe that it is far superior to ride in a balanced and comfortable way on your inner thighs, using your core, your back and your stomach muscles. It'll make you more athletic. It'll be more comfortable. You'll feel safer. And in the case that you do happen to lose a little balance, then rely on your stirrups if you need to. But other than that, your feet should sit super light in those things. My opinion, whatever it's worth. I think it's great though. Okay, where are we at? So how do you keep your seat? Practice, 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 practice. Heather says, I never learned to ride. The horses are just too wide. Can you talk more about draw, says Tanya. But yeah, sure. You guys talk a lot. I'm not going to get out there. Okay, so draw. Oh, yes, because I remember, Tanya, you're having a little struggle there. Okay, so draw is the horse's desire to be with you, period. We constantly have, the horses constantly have draw with us. We constantly want to be around our horses, right? So, as we are with them, they know we always want to be with them, but we, honestly, Gracie, but we, zoom in on her for a second. So pick that thing up and chug it. Maybe not. But they don't always want to be with us. So what we're constantly looking to do is create that draw, or have that draw, so that they want to be with us all the time. They don't ever want to be away. Now, there are good ways and bad ways to get that. And we always want to reinforce when we get draw with positivity, a good feeling from us. And it has to be genuine. Then we get into the idea of feel and energy. And it's an honest reputation of what you actually think and feel. You don't think in your head, well, it's about time you should have been with me from the get-go. You're genuinely thankful that they look at you and say, I want to be with you. And you just think, that's the greatest thing ever. Thank you for wanting to be with me. Because I got better things to do, like anything, than hanging around with us. Everybody's getting a bit active. I got to get out there. I'm itching to get out there. Okay. So draw is about asking and reinforcing and rewarding and reassuring the horse wanting to be with you, because you're going to need it when you need it. You don't want to get bucked off. You don't want to get bit. You don't want to get pushed around. You don't want to get kicked. Create draw. Be a friend. Like being a friend. Be a good buddy. KK says, do you use a jockey style saddle? Who, me? No. Carla's here. Hello, Carla. You won a Lena shirt. Yes, you did. Congratulations. You have another winner here as well, Rhonda. Who's the third winner? I can't remember. Anyways. Your knees aren't even within shouting distance of each other. That is hilarious. Imagine one knee shouting at the other, what are you doing over there? Okay. Am I almost through all you guys? Yeah, it does take some time to get used to riding like that. Heather watches a lot of Elise Wallace. She makes it look so easy. Yeah. Yoko just told me while oh, I've got a spammer here. Okay, congrats, Rhonda. Yeah, absolutely. Congratulations to everybody who has won either a Luke or Lena shirt. Okay, it's time to get out there and get these guys a little bit exercise. And this exercise is also for me as well. Yeah, it's a bot. No worries about them. They just go away. How sore your legs were the next day. Yeah, sometimes I feel that way too. If I've ridden for quite a while, I come out of it and I just think, whoo-wee. And next day it's a little bit weaker, but you get stronger. Practice, practice, practice. Lots of practice. Start slow. Do it at a walk. You know, go, stop, left turn, right turn, whatever. Just get it done. You can do it. Okay, you guys are done chit-chatting? Yes, you are. I'm out. I'm going to go play with the horses a bit. You can watch. We're going to get them going in a Liberty circles both ways. Hopefully I can get all 7 going. And everybody gets along. I think I might have to take my sweater off. It's already warm, and I'm underneath the umbrella, and I feel warm. So when I get out there, it's going to be crazy. Rhonda, you are welcome. Okay, I've got my Wildy at Heart shirt on. I'll zoom out for a second. You guys have seen this shirt, but this might be the next giveaway. I haven't decided. Everybody wanted a Gracie shirt as well, but I really like these shirts. The little Wildy at Heart shirts. They're nice. They're nice. And yes, it's an absolutely beautiful day. Let's see. We could probably stay zoomed out pretty good there. You guys can get an idea as the horses go boogieing around. And look at them looking at me. What's he got? Any carrots? No. 0 carrots, 0 apples. My draw and my drive is going to come straight from me and me only. Can they anticipate that I'm coming in? Maybe. I took my sweater off. It's going to get exciting. I hope. At least for me. I really enjoy this stuff. Hopefully you guys do as well with your own horses. Liberty work I find is very, uh-oh. Roni, don't even try, buddy. She'll kick you. Look at him looking at her. It's like, okay, I'm out. I'm going. Oh, here comes Lena. Okay, I'm going to step in. Don't push her. She's fast. Okay. Hello, guys. I'm done for now. That was not bad. That was not bad. We had a lot of trouble with Mr. Wild. He wanted to run the show a little bit of his own show. So the goal there was to sort of kick him out. Say, you can't run the show while I'm running the show. And the show is go around in a circle. So it's good exercise for everybody, including myself. I try to jog with my horses instead of standing in the center where I walk with them. I think it works better than just standing in the center. Okay, let's wander back through a zillion comments going on here. I don't know where. Oh, you guys. Let's see. Oh boy. Okay, I finally made it back. Okay, I'm a little ways on, so I'm actually really warm now. So gotta cool off a bit thirsty. Gracie's got lots to say, obviously. Noisy. See if there's any questions. Maybe not. You guys have seen me do this a billion times, so maybe no questions. Everybody's having a little rest, a little drink after that. It's pretty warm, so it's not summertime or nothing. We've got a tiny breeze. I don't want to cook them, get horses too warm, but they definitely need exercise. Missy says, I love that shirt. I almost bought one. My friend saw my sweatshirt the other day and I have to get one for her. Fantastic. Yeah, I don't really, just so you guys are aware, I don't know if it matters, but I don't make any, I think I make like 50 cents to $1 on every merchandise sale. It's really just the cost of making them and shipping them that gets put into it. So, always appreciate if somebody's got one on. I think they're fantastic myself. I certainly wouldn't try to sell anything I didn't like. I've got something of everything and I love them all. Eventually you get beyond the saddle soreness. It's true. Just get in shape. It's like jogging. Pretty soon your legs don't hurt no more. Dreaming about riding doesn't hurt your legs. That's true. KK thinks, Catherine says, I'm incredible. Lucky to found the channel. Well, thank you very much. That's a very big compliment. Heather says, have you ever said which is the boss horse of his herd? No, I don't concentrate on that much. If you look at these two, Gracie pushing Luke around, you know, if there was food in here, Gracie would not eat. No chance. But she pushes him around at playtime. You know, who's the boss? It's hard to say. Depends on the circumstance and irrelevant anyways. To me, Marie says, hit the like button. It does help with the algorithm. Thank you. It's the only reason I got to creator on the rise on YouTube. Somebody at YouTube says, this guy's pretty cool. People seem to like him, watch his stuff. Let's stick him on the trending page. So that was fantastic. It was such a treat to see that. Thanks, everybody. Hello from NZ, which I do know is New Zealand. Nobody needs to share that with me. Thanks. My daughter started riding it 18 months ago. Cool. Year and a half. Thanks for sharing your knowledge. We love your vids. You're welcome, Carolyn. Welcome to the live chat. Catherine says, I think it's he who is. Well, I'm not a horse, but yeah, I'm definitely the lead of my horses. You know, but you've seen them sort of push me around a bit. They back into me for butt scratches and stuff. I get out of the way. That's a choice. It's a choice. I'll make it. Feel good about it. All good. Moving on. Missy says it looks like the funniest merry-go-round. Yes, yeah. When we do that and it goes in a nice circle, it looks fantastic. For a little bit though, it kind of looks funny. And Gracie was a mess on this one, snorting at me and causing trouble. Just briefly there, I had to sort of yell at her a bit. I don't like doing that because it drives them away, and I want draw. Not like she left, but I just had to say stop doing that, and then we had to stop in the middle so I could let her know she's fine. Don't need to worry so much. Take it easy. And she did calm a little after that. Although I wasn't communicating with her much, I was too busy following the back horses to make sure they didn't take off on me, because Little Miss and Mr. Wild were kind of a pain. Well, Mr. Wild's not a pain. Gracie's tail's practically, she gets pretty ramped up sometimes. In the old days, nobody taught you how to ride. Well, yeah. Somebody picked me up, sit me on the horse, said, go! Yeah, keep your balance, good luck. Gracie does check in with me a lot. She's quite worried, wants to be in a safe place. So I do try to check in with her a lot as well. This time I didn't. I more concentrated on what was going on outside of that. So I think that, yeah, a lack of checking in and letting her know she's cool probably bothered her. But we did that anyways in the end. Just had a couple of good rolls there. Arabians are the border collies of the horse world. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Beth misses her horse. No. Gracie and Luke are the winners of this game. Yeah, they did. Luke did really well. He was. I don't remember paying much attention to him at all. Yoko was quite good. She was quite fantastic throughout the process. Missy says, look at me go. I jog every day. You know, we're not always on video doing it, but I'm jogging. I'm going with my horses a lot. And I think it works great. I think it's fantastic. Petra's here from the Netherlands. Hello, Petra. Welcome. Carla's telling everybody to hit the like button. Thanks, Carla. Oh, gee whiz. I appreciate that as always. A little bit of conversation about other channels, other trainers, other ways that people work with horses. One of my main goals really has been to be able to have enough reach to be able to make a change, to have sort of move the needle in the horse world a little bit, show there's different ways to work with horses than what has been conventionally shown, culturally approved of. And say, well, we can do things different, maybe better, hopefully better. Hopefully what I'm doing is better, is what I think. I find I have great results, and I have never raised a crop once. I don't wear spurs. I don't whip. You communicate and reassure. Have draw. Just like I was explaining earlier about draw. Much stronger than drive. Carla, you are on top of that. We got 70 thumbs up. Oh, geez. You guys are the best. Thanks. It is hard to do that. I watch some videos where I'm really a big fan of like Smarter Every Day, and there's a few other really sort of edutainment channels that are just fantastic. And I forget. I should just like click that thumbs up, you know, and we'll be watching it. Sometimes we watch it on the TV, but it still has to be done from the phone. And I could do it, and I forget, and I think, oh, I should go back, and then so I don't ever hold it against anybody if they forget or don't or something like that. It's really rare to get a dislike on this channel. I think each video has one or two, and they usually happen pretty quick. So I feel like it's somebody kind of paying attention and just being like, I'm going to dislike your video, but nobody knows or cares anyways, because I don't care. But every time somebody takes a moment to hit that little thumbs up button, you know, somebody took that moment. Somebody went beyond what I would do half the time, where I just forget, you know, but somebody didn't forget, and I'm always incredibly appreciative of that. Yeah, it's wonderful. Alton says she's at a place where she worked for somebody where the guy was really cruel. It's really common. It's sad. It is sad. And the other thing is like, even in some of the ones that we look at that we think are really good or have thought are really good, maybe I'll just talk for me. I've thought some people are, oh, they're really good at that. Mustang training has been one of them that I used to follow a couple, and now I don't pay any attention to whatsoever. You know, I used to think, oh, they're quite good at that, and now I think, nope, they're stuck, and they're not evolving to a different way of doing things. And I just think, yeah, whatever, not my business. So I just leave it alone. Just put my mind to what I'm up to. And the people who ask questions and bring along this community, this amazing, fantastic community, that's what I try to put my energy into, instead of concentrating at all about what anybody else is doing. It's just, there's no value in it other than to be part of maybe a petition to stop some really bad forms of abuse that we know of. And can prove. Those are worth putting time into. But yeah, the average horse trainer out there, or even one that has, you know, 60 or 100,000 subscribers, you just go, okay, well, good for you. Good luck with that. Oh, Beth's out. Bye, Beth. Thanks for coming in. Valentine's Day is coming up tomorrow. Sure, happy Valentine's Day, everybody, tomorrow. Yeah. Missy, I feel the same. The horse people I've met just made fun of me for being too soft on horses. I didn't have the experience they did. I also stopped being around them. It's an interesting subject, that being too soft or too hard, and it's quite subjective. And it's circumstantial. It's based on what's happening at the time and the environment and the horse and the person and what's going on. And we always have to be very cautious of being judgmental. There's a lot of judgmental channels out there. They make a living on judging other people. And a lot of people will run around saying somebody's too soft, too hard, too this, too that. And I say, don't worry about any of that. It's a waste of your time, a waste of energy. There's plenty we can learn of, not about what not to do, but to do, by watching the horses go about their way. You know, and concentrate on the good stuff. Like, oh, that really works, or that's very effective, or I like the way that looks. That positivity that you bring to the table instead of the negativity. So yeah, so when people do come up to you and they're like, they make fun of you, or they tell you you're not doing something right and stuff like that, I much prefer, as a teacher, I take the approach, you know, I'll say, okay, well, the method that you're using can be effective in some circumstances, but I have another method that is actually a little bit more effective, and here's why. So yeah, it's the way of thinking, I suppose, and instead of training our brain to concentrate on sort of the negative, we can concentrate on how to be the positive, how to be the magnet. Kathy said, am I the head of the herd when I'm not there? No. I need a cold beer? No, I need water. I don't actually drink beer much. I'm not a heavy drinker at all. I'm not a light drinker much either. I don't spend much time. I'm too busy. Too busy to be tipsy. But once in a while, hanging around with friends and stuff like that, we will. Huffluff says, hello Fluff, warms her heart. How old is Yoka? Yoka's like 15. And yeah, she's pretty cute. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the live stream. Catherine says, I didn't know that. What's the best way to help? Help what? Let me see if I can go back. Sorry, Catherine, you're going to have to let me know what help what with. I don't know what it is. I'm too far back in the chat, maybe. Is one of your horses an escape artist? Yes, Lena. Lena will rattle the chain on the gate unless I double sort of latch it, and she'll rattle it till she gets out. Have any of your horses ever jumped over the fence or gotten out and run? Yes, they have. Hello, Barry. Welcome to the live stream. I've had, let's see, I've had one roll under the fence, total fluke. I've had Mr. Wild jump over the fence. Somewhere near the beginning of his training, he was in the corner and he literally stopped at the corner and just leapt over like a deer. Poof, he went right out. He kind of hit his back leg a little on the fence. Fence didn't break. Made it over, wandered over to the grass. He was over in this corner here. And then he just wandered over to this grass here. I grabbed him, put him back in again, and started the exercise over again. And explained to my student at the time, I caused that. He would never have done it if I didn't do what I was doing, which I'd kind of been purposefully doing. I wasn't really expecting him to jump, but I did know that I was trapping him a little bit, and I was explaining how trapping works. And he just jumped over. I've had, yeah, Luke rolled under. Was it Luke? I think Luke rolled under the other side a long time ago, and he wandered around in here, and then he went up into the neighbor's yard, and I went to go get him. And Luke usually responds if I sort of grab his tail to stop him, but he didn't. He sort of pulled me along a little. My neighbor thought that was absolutely hilarious. He just couldn't stop laughing about that. And I brought Luke back, and that was that. And let's see, what else has happened? It's really unusual. It's quite rare. So, there you go. Rhonda says I have a way with Gracie. I feel like I do. I hope. Yep. Lorraine says, asserting your authority is something they understand. Done in a non-cruel way, of course. Always provide approval if they do right. Yeah. Yeah, something like that for sure. Carla says, is he frisky? What? I don't know. Horses aren't subtle with each other. No. They are, actually. Sorry, Heather. Take that back. They are. Horses can be very subtle. Look at that ear of Lena. She's talking to Roni. Roni's coming up right now. Right? They can be very subtle, incredibly subtle. It's what we have to pay attention to. That makes us good horse educators, communicators. Catherine says, "Is it possible to have draw naturally?" Yeah, I do. I do think that some people are more available to have draw, but that's a real difficult one to get into, so I'll leave that for now. But the simple answer is yes. Oh, have any of the horses escaped from you outside of the arena? Like jump the paddock fence? Couple. Again, one was Luke, way in the beginning, when I, on the paddocks here, with that line, that white line, when I first set it up way a long time ago, I set it up loose. It was brand new to me, and I really didn't know how to get everything done and all that stuff. So I set it up kind of loose, and Luke was rolling next to the fence, and I was right there. I was doing something else, and I see him rolling, and I look over, and he pops up, but he pops up on the other side of the fence. I'm like, what the? and I just kind of caught him and put him back, and I tightened up all the lines, and that was that. I had one horse, for whatever reason, try to hop. She was a pretty nervous horse. She had a lot of trouble in her world. And for whatever reason, she just tried to hop the fence, but didn't quite make it. Ended up taking out a couple of the wires. Sort of made it out. Got half caught, half got out, then got out kind of, and I just grabbed her and put her back. But what else? I had Roni get away from me once. I had the gate open. I let him go, and he's like, zip, out the gate he went. Of his paddock. He was free for a good 15 minutes. I sort of just let him go. I was like, oh God, come back to me when you're ready. And he ran around all over the place excited. What else? I can't think of any other instances. Funny little stories, I guess. Everything worked out fine. Extinit says, thank you for sharing your horses with us. Well, welcome to the live stream, and you're welcome. Arabian Attitude, hey brother. I'm a fan of you and your way of raising horses. Well, thanks. Appreciate that. Welcome to the live stream. Have you ever worked with a wild horse? Truly wild. If you look at my Mustang series, I would probably put that horse as wild as I've ever worked with. And it took me a long time to get that horse to trust what I was up to. But then I'd say not truly wild, because a lot of that was put in there by the humans that had done everything previous to that. So I guess no, other than the BC Wildies that I've got here. And I think my guy has had truly a really minimal time with people, but Little Miss had some time with some people. So I guess probably no. I guess the answer is no. I've never really gone out in some... We don't have that ability here. We don't really have that here in Canada. In the States, you got the BLM areas where all the Mustangs are running around and generally freaked out about the humans. But we don't really have that availability here. It's not really possible. Great question. Fresh off the range. Yeah, the fresh off the ranges I could get was Mr. Wild, and he was pretty nervous in the beginning, and he was only a day or two in the pen of the place I bought him at when he came off the range. So there's that. Brenda's here. Hello, Brenda. Missy says, I always tell my kids, if someone says something unkind or judgmental, that their response should be, thank you for your input. Yeah, it usually shuts those people down. Yeah, thanks and a smile. Yeah, thanks. Because the people that are giving the advice, they know they've been dismissed, but in a really friendly way. And they might be looking for, some people are just looking for an argument. They're looking for a challenge to convince the world of their opinion. And it's like, yeah, thanks. Catherine says, it's about the cost of shirts versus your... Catherine, you're going to have to write a full sentence, because I don't know what that's referring to now. Your cut of that. It was the cost of your shirts versus your cut of that. What? Okay, I'm just going to wander back. I did not know that. What's the best way to help? Oh, I see. Yeah, shirts are definitely not. Doesn't provide any. Best way to help, if anybody were to choose to do such a thing. What I like, I mean, it's not the best way for me, in a sense, but it's the best way I think for everybody to either become a member here on YouTube or Patreon. And the reason is because I really want to be able to give back. I have in my own mind, my mind says I want to be able to give. I mean, some people just give and they don't want anything back. They're like, I just want to help. It's fantastic. In such a case, the store has a couple options in there to just donate or buy a hay bag or a bale of hay or something like that. Those are really helpful ways. But I really enjoy giving back and then creating the community, the larger community in a sense. So it's like a subscription service to a magazine or a video service like Netflix or something like that, except it's a subscription service to Stable Horse Trading. And so on there I provide pre-releases, extra information. I've got one coming up really soon actually with Mr. Wild. I did a ride with him, but it was a really long process of how to get there, and I talk a pile about what I do to get there. So those kinds of things that are more involved, people want to know more stuff. That's, I think, best for everybody. I like that. I like it a lot. So I don't know if that answers your question. I know it's kind of long. My Anglo-Arab would always come to me, pasture corral loose. I think it was more about treat association, maybe some affection. Could be. Treats are good draw just for horses, but not for us. So. Arabian Attitude says, I'm a her. Oh, well, I used the wrong voice then, didn't I? Well, when you say, hey, brother. What's the next thing you want to add to your setup? Ooh, I've got a plan for that. The next thing I'm adding to this setup is a more extensive trail system. Yeah. So the forest area will get not cleared, but it'll get the pathways that I built will be built upon for all weather, and will allow far more better training. And so with that, I'd also like to put in a little bit of an obstacle, sort of mountain trail sort of vibe to it. Hopefully when things settle down with the pandemic, we can get more clinics going here for people who want to try to do trail riding, but on the property, with controlled obstacles and controlled stress situations to prepare for being out and about. So that's my goal. Fluff says, do Icelandics have longer, shorter, or similar lifespans to other breeds? Yoko looks amazing at her age. I think they're pretty similar. Maybe a little longer. I'm not really sure. Gracie's the only one I would worry about if she got outside the fence. Gracie has broken the fence twice. And caught her pretty quick. Yeah. She's ran right through this board. Right through it. My lightest horse here can easily bust out of this arena. And I know I've heard a few people talk about that. Well, you only got one board up. It's true. But none of them, none of the others ever, they don't bother. They don't care. They don't want to. They just want to stay with their friends. But Gracie in the beginning, when she was really, really lost. She hasn't done it in a very long time, but she did actually once in the beginning when she was just kind of scared of all kinds of stuff. And then another time, a horse forced her out. One of the horses that came here. Oh, good luck with that, Gracie. That's not going to go well. Yoka's just going to move in. You see how nice and clean that Yoka moved in? She says, Luke, I need you. Hello? Hello? What? What do you want now, Fluff? So, but yeah, so that's the two times that, and she was fine to catch. Just kind of went up to her and said, settle down. He has a perimeter fence around the whole property. Yeah, sort of. Amy is here, made it to the live. Welcome. Now everybody's quiet, eh? Look at all these horses. Tanya has an ex-school pony. It's her granddaughter's first pony, who's now 24, hanging out with Elvis. I'm curious as to how you called your horse Elvis. Did you name your horse, or was the name already there? And then why? Is it after Mr. Presley, or what's the deal? Ray says, I swear horses somehow know I love them. I don't know how they know, but it's a real thing. It comes down to that idea of feel or energy, I believe. And your honest feeling is that you'd like a friend. You love them. But what you're really conveying to them is like, I'm a safe place to be, and it's good to be around me. Let's do this. Let's be friends. And horses can really grasp that. They know both ways. They know both somebody who's coming in to tell them what to do and be a boss, and they know people that are coming in to say, I'd really like to communicate with you, and it's important that you stay safe around me. Look at these two, Luke and Little Miss. How adorable. I wonder if I can get the camera a little higher. She's up. Just a little higher. Luke's out. He's going to have a snooze. That's what I mean. So after the exercise, they all get a little nap. So they'll just stand around the sun, get a little sun, sleep. But yeah, I think that there goes a noisy truck pulling a trailer. So he's got all the power in it. He's in a rush. He's got to go to the bathroom. I think that feel and energy is vital for working with horses. A real honest feeling of what you want to do and what to do with them and how you'd like them to feel. So if you go in with fear, they say that animals can fear or smell fear, but the reality is that they can look at you and observe and be like, you look a little unsure. And it's whether or not we're honest with ourselves about that to then be able to either make a change or do nothing, whatever. So if you honestly love horses, and you approach them with softer eyes, softer body positions, I think horses can grasp that. Yeah, especially if they know the opposite. I've never owned a horse, but I'm going to the next few years. Fantastic. It's funny to watch horses after a jailbreak. Yeah, if you don't like your property. The back of the property is not fenced. It's more fenced by nature than anything. But one day I'll get to that. Do you ever greet your horses with breathing close to their nose? No, I don't. I do it once in a while as an experiment to see what it does, but I don't. I mean, maybe a little, tiny bit here and there. Nah, it's really unusual for me. I don't have a lot of use for it. Carla, you're welcome for the shirt. It's absolutely wonderful that you won it. I think horses know the person who takes care of them is not going to harm them. That's how friendship starts. Yeah, no. I think that some people who take care of horses will still harm their horses. Like there's a saying about not biting the hand that feeds them, but plenty of horses still bite the hand that feeds them for multiple reasons. It's hard to say, eh? Amy says, thanks for taking the time to answer our questions. You're welcome. There's no dumb question out there. And the hand heights of horses is a confusing one. So it's a good question. I hope the video helped. Never a dumb question, but there's always the dumb answer. It could be. Hello, Chris. Welcome. Jennifer's here. Welcome. What disciplines do you ride? I don't ride any disciplines. I don't have an interest. It's like, okay. Best way I can put it. I find disciplines to be, oh, look at little Miss going sniffing Luke on the ground. Leave me alone, he says. I'm trying to have a nap here. I find disciplines to be limiting. You gotta ride like this, you gotta use this saddle, you gotta hold your reins like this, you gotta do that. If you don't do it, you're not riding proper, so on and so forth. I find that very limiting. So I don't ride in any particular discipline. I ride to the balance of the horse, to the things that make sense to me, to put the least amount of pressure as I can, and to use my body or my voice to get the things done that I want to get done. And that means that I generally, I'm very free to sort of pick and choose and look and accept different ways of working with horses rather than being confined by a culture. Yeah, there you go. Catherine says, thank you for taking the time to figure out my question and answer with great skill. Oh, you're welcome. Arabian Attitude says, I'll be back. Laters. Jennifer says, how many horses do you have? I have 5. 5 of my own. And then there's 2 here for boarding. Oh, 1 for training, 1 for boarding. There you go. More trails will be great. Oh, it's going to be fantastic. I am super excited to get started with that. I have to save up a little cash because gravel costs money, excavators cost money. to rent and fabric to go down. But after that, it's just sweat, you know, blood, sweat, and tears, and I've got lots of that. So I'm on it. Gracie, not surprised she could bust through a fence. Oh, any one of these horses could just push through. I mean, Gracie's my lightest horse, and I think she was 780 when the vet was here. We did a tape test, which kind of gets a weight, and I think she's 780, and everybody else is heavier than that, and they can all just push through almost any fence. I'm surprised horses don't. Catherine says, I get so excited. Since watching the channel, I figured out how much I'm like a horse. I figured out I'm much like a horse. Lol. Does Gracie like to be on her own, or she likes to lead the herd? Gracie never leads the herd. Does she like to be on her own? No way. Gracie loves company. She just doesn't quite know how to get it. She's still working on her social skills, but she's learning. Takes a bit of time. Make a bareback riding example video. I've done those, haven't I, Carla? I've done a few. I never ride without a bareback pad because I like my pants. And if you ride a horse without even just a pad, like just something in between you and the horse, you're gonna have the dirtiest, oiliest pants on the planet, and I hate it. So I always just, at the very least, I got like a little blanket on or something like that. And I don't ride any different than if I'm in a saddle. I don't ride a single bit different. I still sit on my thighs. I still use my core all the time to balance. The horses don't care about the sound of vehicles on the road. It's all day. It's a busy road. One day when I make my first mill, we'll move. And I have an idea for that. It'd be sad. I might try to keep this place at the same time, but I don't think that's possible. But I would love to be able to do that. But move to a place that's off of a busy road and meets all the other requirements. A little bit more space. It's only 5 acres here, and we're really only using a couple of them. 2.5 maybe. So that's one of my future plans. Have an experienced bareback rider ride in the arena, and you explain from the ground. I don't know anybody like that. So I guess I'd have to look around a little. Not a bad idea though. Ah, here's my answer about Elvis. We named him Elvis. We picked him up on the 16th of August, the anniversary of the death of Elvis. Aha! On the way home in the box, he hung himself over the breast bar and nearly died, so we called him Elvis. Oh my God, it's terrible. Thanks for letting me know. Dances with Hector. Hello. Welcome to the live chat. I think the safe place to be and softness in our interactions is the linchpin in our relationships with them. Thank you for all you do for the horses in the community. Well, you're welcome. Thanks for commenting that. Why do you put barrels in your arena? They are I'm constantly picking up because I like picking up barrels now. They are used for riding. We do a lot of weaving. We do a lot of landmarking, meaning that we will pick a point in the arena to get to and really concentrate on it, like we've got to go pick something up. I also do use them for putting things on there, so you actually have to go pick things up. A lot of weaving left and right, left, right. Maybe you skip a barrel, walk and trot. And if you separate them out far enough, then you can do canter. And so they're really good practice for people to have something to look at to guide them on how they're going about. So we've got Gracie lying down and Luke's just straight out. That's good. Catherine says, your dedication to them is wonderful. We need much more of your mindset. Oh, thanks. Alton says, so will you take Little Miss out on the trail leading? Oh yeah, she's been out there lots. I even taken her to a park. Did a video on that. Took her out to a local park. She did great. right up until this guy came around the corner, and I was daydreaming. I was thinking, what am I going to do today? Because it was morning, and we were heading back, and we were almost back. We were almost back, and literally 2 minutes away from the trailer, and this guy comes around the corner, and he's going down towards the park, and kind of surprised us both. But she ran back 15-20 feet in a lickety split second, and of course I had to go with her. So you gotta sort of have fast feet, hence the reason I jog and run around and get exercise so much. Gotta be in shape for this kind of business and reactive. And other than that though, she did fantastic, and she does great here on the property. Good practice. We get out to the back there, we get all the way kind of back there, and we're behind the trees a little bit and hidden from the other horses, and she just kind of comes along with me. It's wonderful. Shadow Mare, which is your most favorite horse to ride? Huh. Comfort wise, Luke, but riding wise, like going cruising around and stuff, I definitely enjoy Lena, for being able to be even quieter. Luke's a little more active, a little bit busier guy. Roni's super busy. So out of the three that I would regularly ride of mine, Mr. Wild's become a favorite. He's quite comfortable to sit on, quite willing to kind of cruise along with me. So he's come along, but we're still just at a walk. So jury's out on that one yet. My Anglo Arab would crawl under that board. Maybe. I've had other jumpers here, and people are like, my horse is going to jump out of your arena. They never do. Never. Yeah. Huffluff's got to go. Bye. Thanks for popping in. Carla says, I want a Wild at Heart shirt. This isn't your entry. It doesn't work like that. Everybody says bye, Huffluff. It's nice of you guys. Tanya's got to go. Bye, Tanya. I don't know if anybody ever sees my or hears my bye, because by the time I get to it, they're already gone. Is it Yorku or Yorka? It's Yoka. Yoka. The K is kind of a funny K, as I've been told, but I'm Canadian, so I sort of mess it up. But it's not, there's no or in there, it's just Yoka. Yoka. The Y is silent, or it's a J. So the J is silent, but it sounds like a Y. Brenda's got to go. Bye, Brenda. Amy says, how often do you get bears on the property? Every summer. Every summer. Sometimes daily. Only black bears. That's correct. Little Miss is hassling Gracie on the ground. You'll be able to see that if Yoka lies down, which she's about to do. And Gracie's yelling at her. She's going to get up and give her a kick if she has to. There we go. Nope, that's it now. So, everybody's going down for a nap. Alright, what else we got? Yeah, it's pronounced Yoka, but it's with a J. Sore Wolfa, welcome to the live stream. Do tail whips mean different things, or can you assume it means the horse is high energy? Nope, I wouldn't assume it's high energy. A tail whip generally can mean maybe some frustration, or see how it can mean go away. It could mean I'm going to hit you with my tail and then I'm going to hit you with my leg. So it generally represents frustration or a little anxiety or something. It's a way to drive. It's a way to say no. He's going to get another tail whip, hopefully a kick or two. What a punk, eh? What a punk. Missy's still staying. Don't worry about mispronouncing my name. I shall not. Amy needs a shirt too one day. Well, I still plan on doing giveaways if people don't want to buy them. Heather says, do you have a public mailing address? I do. Yeah. Totally public. I think it's on the website. If not, you can find it on Google Maps. Just go stable horse training. Poof, it's right there. Oh, it is on my website. Thanks, Catherine. Appreciate that. Oh, David just arrived. Oh. I think Japanese when I think of her name. Actually, her name, Yoka, is very Icelandic. Look at Mr. Wild hassle Luke. What a turd. Luke, kick him. Rawr. Yeah, how's it going? Yes, I am shirtless, not on camera. I'm too shy for that.
Yeah.
But I was smoking, I was going around there jogging and all kinds of stuff, so I was getting pretty warm, and now I just feel good.
It's pretty nice.
Yeah, I'm going to sit in the sun, get a little tan.
Are you live streaming?
I am live streaming right now. Everybody knows you're here, sucker. Catherine says, does it hurt them when they kick each other? I would assume yes. My God. If you've ever been kicked by a horse, the amount of pain. Yeah, I assume horses like, ouch, and then they go back to doing the same thing or whatever. Chris says that and the Zootopia scene. Yes, yeah, it's true. Everybody, have you seen Zootopia?
I have not.
You got to see it. There's a part where the fox, everybody knows this because I do it all the time with Yoka, right? Look at the fluff.
Yeah.
But he's, we should find out. I'll show it to you later then. It's got to be on YouTube or something.
Yeah.
And it's this one scene where they're sitting at the computer. She's a sheep, but she's got this mop of, like when Yoka in the summertime gets that big poop.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that where you touch it and it just poof, right? And he's a fox, but it's a sheep, right? So it's kind of funny because he's like, I want to touch it, and he goes and touches it, and she doesn't really care, she doesn't notice or something like that. And he's, it's so fluffy, and it's hilarious scene because he's a fox and she's a sheep, and he's yeah, and the bunny, there's a bunny there, and she's like, don't touch her, whispering off to the side, but the sheep doesn't care.
Now, is Zootopia
It's a cartoon
animated
movie, yeah.
So did you see that through your association with your daughter?
Oh yeah, no, I've seen it at least 12 times. I like it. It's funny. Okay, well, Naomi's here. Hello, Naomi. What? Somebody said hello to Naomi, but I don't see her name. Oh well, I'm gonna assume they're here. Slabo 30 is here from Ontario. It is a lovely day. Welcome to the live stream. Thank you for the warm welcome. You're welcome for the warm welcome.
It's at 11 degrees on the tote board driving out here.
Dude, it's got to be
But
at least
it feels
15 or something.
warmer.
Oh yeah, it is warm now. I'm not running around with them right now, but I did earlier. It was a lot of fun. Yoka did great, by the way. She didn't escape once. She just stayed with everybody and cruised around.
Really?
Yeah, she was mostly actually on the outside of the circle. I barely had to do anything, like any concentration on her.
Yeah.
I more had to hassle Mr. Wild because he just kept trying to bite little Miss because she was running with everybody, but he's like, don't you dare go away. See how close they are, right? We'll just go together.
Yeah.
So I actually had to cut him out, send him out, and then continue with just 6, trying to leave him out, which I managed to do a couple times. He wanted to come back in. I'm like, you're out, man. You're a turd, and no turds allowed. And he did. He was really good about it. So, well, I mean, good as in he accepted my request to stay out.
And when he came back in, was he a good
Quieter,
boy?
yeah. Yeah, absolutely. That was good. Do you put your horses under different kinds of saddles or just one kind of saddle? Just one kind, usually, maybe a couple. But yeah, I guess I don't vary much for that. Brandon's here. Hello. Welcome to the live stream from Texas.
Zeus is doing a cameo.
Zeus is here. Hey, Zeus, don't eat that apple, buddy.
It's no fun.
Look, he's made it all the way down here. What a big guy. I really enjoy your channel. Thank you. Welcome to the live stream. Catherine says, I don't mean to overstep. My helpfulness isn't always seen as such. I don't know what you might have done, but no worries. I've always ridden English, Western, Australian, and side saddle. Huh. Cool. Yeah, a variety of saddles is great. Catherine says, hi, David.
Hi,
Amy
Catherine.
says, hi, David. Getting some tanning in.
I'm not. Graham is.
I probably will. Sometimes their kicks do harm and leave scars. True. Yep. They can cause hematomas. They could break legs. They can kill. So it's a big deal. You ever been kicked by a horse, been stepped on? Yeah, it hurts. Luke's nibbling on little Miss. Is it being friendly? Pretty much. Yep. Roddy's rules here. Hello. Welcome. Are links allowed to be posted? only if I allow it. So it'll get posted, but it'll get moderated. Which reminds me, is Ida here? Can you share in-joke with us even if we won't get it? Can you share an in-joke with us even if we won't get it? I don't know what you mean. Was super fun to watch, yeah. How's Meatball doing? Meatball's doing fantastic. Amy says she's loving the channel. Came up fluke. Where have I been missing it? Yeah, exactly. Come on, YouTube. Start recommending to the whole planet. Weather looks warm. It's -8 in PEI. Woo! Sucks to be you, Brary. Sorry, buddy. Just kidding. It'll warm up, don't you worry. You're on the Pacific side of the world. We're toasty. The Atlantic sucks. Little Miss likes Luke. She does. She loves him. Slabo says, jealous of your weather. It's -10. Lots to catch up on the videos. You do. Tons. Yoko's having a good rest, eh? It's nice to see. Ooh, I'm at the end, finally. Answering questions not directed at me. Oh, I see. I don't know. Adbinin. Sorry, I don't know. Adbinin. Maybe just. Hello from Holland. Well, welcome from BC. First time on a live stream? Well, welcome to the live stream. Something that's funny to people in your small group, but if you hadn't been there, you wouldn't get it. Yep, I know what an in-joke is. Did I say an in-joke? Did I say anything that people wouldn't get? I don't even know.
Not since I've been here.
Yeah, well, let me know if I have. I'm happy to let anybody in on inside jokes. How's your guinea pig doing? We have 4. They're doing great. Edmonton is +2 and sunny. +2, eh?
That must feel pretty good.
That's not bad. Probably dry.
Yeah.
Will Meatball get a shirt we can buy? Meatball does have a shirt you can buy. I've taken it off and everything. Yeah. Ta-da! This is Meatball's shirt. Wildy at heart. Looks like that. Missy says nope. Nope to what? Nope to something, I guess. So, we've been going for a little while now. I still have chores to do, as always. That shirt is awesome. Bet it is. I've got cups, shirts. I've been advised to get jackets and socks as well. And then my daughter said, what about underwear? That'd be fun. Like, yeah, maybe.
Can't really show it off.
80 Fahrenheit in Arizona. What the heck is that in Celsius? 15 or so, isn't it?
No, 20.
20?
Something.
20 something.
I'd say mid-20s.
I like 15. I'm happy with this
I like
temperature.
18.
18? Okay. Fine. His rule says, do we get them from the website? Actually, you know, if I were to pick a temperature, it'd probably be just above 20. Something you could just truly sit in, maybe a little breeze.
20 is good because you could do anything comfortably in any state of dress that you want. You could run around without your shirt on, in shorts, or you could wear shirts and pants and still not completely uncomfortable.
Yeah. And yes, you can get them from the store on the site. Mary Veronica Maloney is here. Says it's freezing. Welcome to the live stream. Yeah, there's a lot of new people. We're almost at 15K subscribers. Look at Luke. What a jerk. He's going to hassle Yoka. Now she's got to get up and kick him. Kick him, Yoka. Hit him with your fluff. 80 Fahrenheit is almost 27. Oh, good lord. Wowzers. Have you ever thought about printing 3D models of your horses, like small ones for desk ornamentation? Yes. If you search on the channel, you will find a couple of videos about dioramas, and I've made a couple of those videos, and one of them I did of Lena. I think you'd like it. It's short, like 3 or 4 minutes. It's a nice little video, and I 3D printed Lena, 3D printed a shelter, put in the grass, the sand, little water bucket, and put it all together. So yes, I do that as well. In fact, I've got about 12 horses that I'm painting right now, and I'm just working on the bases to see what I could get done to make something a little more variable, working with a little bit of resin to create water, and and also an idea of sort of painting a background and stuff like that. So dioramas are joy to me. I love making them. So yes, I have. How did the horses do in the heat last summer? They were sweating. It was hot, but lots of water.
They got hosed down.
They got hosed down. Yep, we hosed them down on the really hot days, especially when we were working out back. Remember those days?
Excavator.
Yeah.
That's when the excavator showed
That
up.
was the
Great
excavator week.
timing.
50 degrees out.
Yeah.
Chris says, wonder if Yoka can tolt pace. Yes, she can. Yep. She might have done it while we were doing the Liberty work. I wasn't looking. But it's on video, so anybody can look back. All right, do a high-res photo of your horses. Yes. I shall note that down. Catherine enjoyed the upload of making the diorama. Thank you. Yeah. I do have my other little spare phone on me. I wonder if I can find it, and I'll just put a link in. Let's see, diorama. Go. Video. Okay, 2 seconds while I find this link. I actually really like this video. Just hearing the music puts me in a happy place, a super happy place actually. I really like this video. Okay, I'm gonna copy the link in. 2 seconds, everybody. Let's close that. Go in here. 2 seconds. You guys are gonna love this one. You have to check it out. Whoops, you can hear my voice. Turn it down. Oh, Gracie. Yelling at Mr. Wild.
Wow. He was yelling at her, pushing her.
Okay, there's one of them. And let's grab the other one on how to do it. Play that video. Share. Copy link. Back. From here. Pause. Paste. Okay, yeah, thanks for that. Thanks for that great reminder of those two videos. But people have to get going. I have to get going too. We're very busy here, or we're going to get very busy here. Thanks, Rick, for coming in. Everybody thanks for everybody coming in, but Rick's just leaving, and Marie's got to go. Yeah. Where did Marie say bye? Oh, yep. And thank you again for helping out with that contraption that I bought. It's $100, but it's off the market now. So, love your dioramas. Thanks. Hosing horses down is the favorite thing to do. It's kind of fun if they put up with it. Anyway, so there's the links to those. Hopefully you guys enjoy that. Just watched the Lena diorama video, so thanks. Thank you. Yep, I love that video. I just really enjoyed making it, and I enjoyed watching it when I was done. It was my own video. Amy says, while watching this, we've been making and baking pepperoni pizza with the kids, Hayden and Haley, and they say hello. Well, hello, Hayden, and hello, Haley. Welcome to all the horses around here. And everybody's welcome for the live stream. Hopefully it's been kind of interesting. But we're going to get on with things here. We've got some chores to do and all kinds of other things. I got to do some riding and lunch. A little bit hungry. But I really appreciate everybody coming in. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day, the rest of your day. Or evening. Or wherever you are in your day. And we'll see you guys in the next one. It's been great. You guys are very welcome. Everybody who's saying thank you. You're very welcome. I'll see you guys again tomorrow probably. There'll be a video up of, I think I'm going to do the boys tomorrow. We've got boys playing some questions and thoughts that I had, and we'll continue on all kinds of good things. So, thanks everybody. Bye for now.